Unless you've been on another planet or just don't pay attention to sports, you've probably heard about the verbal jab that Colby Covington has thrown at LeBron James.
Hey, and I want to dedicate this fight to all the first responders, all the military out there. You know, this world would not be safe without you guys. You know, you keep us safe. And, not these woke athletes, man. I'm sick of these woke athletes and these spineless cowards like LeBron James.
It appears that LeBron James may have fired back, according to a Twitter post by Ben Golliver, sports writer for the Washington Post.
Anybody can talk from outside, but if they got into the ring or they got into the arena, probably 10 times out of 10 they shit the pants.
Saturday, September 19th, Colby Covington handed former welterweight champion Tyron Woodley his third defeat in a row. Regardless of what you may think about Covington, his politics or his heel personality, he does come to fight. After all the trash talking that Tyron did, after guaranteeing the world that a new Tyron was going to show up, at the end of the day, it was the same old Tyron. The Tyron that backs up, the Tyron that tries to throw the one punch overhand right.
This fight, it seemed like around the second, third round, his corner had to start pleading with him to fight. And I think that was because he kind of accepted, I'm not going to beat this dude. And maybe I'll land one, but chances are this guy's he's better at this point in his career. So,
man, sometimes the game grows and adapts to you. Once the cat is out of the bag, everyone jumps on the formula, just like they did with Ronda Rousey. And this formula was tailor-made for someone like Colby Covington to go against someone like Tyron Woodley. It's his style of fighting that ensured that Tyron Woodley would not stand a chance. Colby Covington is probably the best pressure fighter in the game, and that pressure broke Tyron Woodley, figuratively and literally, just like Colby predicted. After the fight was over, Colby received a call from the President of the United States.
Yeah, it was exactly how I envisioned it. I knew I was going to break him. It was just a matter of time, and I just cemented myself, as the greatest welterweight of all time. So this is the best I've ever looked, and the POTUS is calling me. Mr. President!
You gonna put that on speaker for us, or what?
Mr. President!
You are a great fighter, man. I'll tell you, you make it so easy. I don't know how to answer that. Congratulations.
And then he has some choice words for Black Lives Matter and LeBron James.
The Black Lives Matter is a complete sham. It's a joke. They're taking these people that are complete terrorists. They're taking these people that are criminals. These aren't people that are hardworking Americans, blue collar Americans. These are bad people. They're criminals.
So you're saying that Tyron Woodley supports criminal behavior and encourages it?
Yeah, absolutely. He's a communist. He's a Marxist. He stands for criminals. He hates America, and that's why he got broke tonight. Now you want to vilify them and put targets on their back like LeBron James.
It's hard to believe that it was just a few years ago that Colby was going to be cut by the UFC, and now he's a top 5 fighter in the welterweight division.
I've never told this story before, but 3 fights ago, before I fought the number 2 guy in the world, this guy named Damian Maia in Brazil, they had told my manager, Dan Lambert, that they weren't going to re-sign me. They didn't like my style. They didn't like that I wasn't entertaining. And this is before I really started to become an entertainer and understand the entertainment aspect of this business. So before this fight, they told me no matter what happens, I was ranked number 6 in the world. We're not re-signing you. We don't go out there. And I beat him up, leave him in a pool of his own blood in Sao Paulo, Brazil, his home city. And I shoot this promo on the Brazilians. And I say, hey, you guys are all a bunch of filthy animals, and in Brazil, you're a dump. So I go and shoot this promo, and I wasn't supposed to have my job, but that promo goes so viral on the internet that the UFC's like, we have to keep him. We have to re-sign him because that promo is so big. So that's what saved my career, and that was the turning point in my career, and the rest has been history.
That's crazy.
You gotta hand it to Colby. He took on the persona of the heel and ran with it. Love him or hate him, you're talking about him, and that makes him relevant. Ever since he found out that he was going to get his walking papers from the UFC, he was on a mission to make you say his name, even if that meant you were talking about how much you want to see him get beat. He's so relevant that perhaps a multi-million dollar sports mogul like LeBron James has responded to his insults. But here's the genius in Colby Covington. He has people all over Facebook and YouTube arguing about who would win the fight.
Y'all gonna be pissed off about this because I've been pissed off about this for 2 days. I'm sick of seeing motherfuckers talk shit on the internet. So I typically don't do fantasy matches, right? I don't like when people, what if so-and-so fought so? I hate that shit, man. But we're gonna talk about this one because I've been getting pissed. I've been going after the UFC fighters all morning for the past 2 days. I am sick and tired of people talking about that Colby Covington would destroy LeBron James in a fight. Let's stop acting like Colby Covington is Cain Velasquez or Francis Ngannou. He's a fucking welterweight, man. Y'all act like just because a person don't train fighting that they can't whoop a motherfucker that knows how to fight.
So many people who really don't understand mixed martial arts believe that LeBron is too big and athletic for Colby Covington to ever stand a chance. And this has become a popular subject matter on the internet. LeBron is a massive 6'9" and weighs a whopping 250 pounds, whereas Colby Covington is 5'11" and 170 pounds, maybe a little more. So LeBron has a humongous size advantage. He also has a level of athleticism with regard to basketball that far exceeds Covington's. And that is where the advantages end. Colby Covington was an undefeated wrestler at Iowa Central Community College and would eventually go on to Oregon State University, where he would be an All-American. He was also a 2-time Pac-10 Conference champion. The reality is that LeBron doesn't have the skills required to hang with Colby Covington. In a fight, if Colby wanted to take LeBron down, he could do that whenever he wanted to. Moreover, LeBron's punch is pretty much trash. This argument sort of reminds me of when T.I. and Floyd Mayweather got into it. T.I. actually was believing or saying that he believed that he really wanted to fight Floyd, the greatest boxer of our generation, in a fist fight. People were actually talking like it was a real altercation. But we need to make no mistake. If Floyd Mayweather wanted T.I. on his back, he could do it. No problem. Same goes for Covington and LeBron James. As far as Covington shitting his pants, why? He does this for a living. LeBron is the fish out of water. But I'd like to hear what you have to say. So let me know in the comments. Give me a like and subscribe.